What's up guys, Lethal Leslie here and welcome to an episode of Team of the Week Breakdown. This is a new series I'm thinking of bringing to the channel regularly where I break down the Team of the Week and hopefully get it out before 6 o'clock so you guys can have a look and see what I think before it drops. So let's get straight into this Team of the Week, which I think is a decent Team of the Week for trading for a few reasons that I'm going to go through now. I'm going to start with Fernandinho. A lot of people think it's going to be a Manchester City player. It most certainly is going to be a Manchester City player for Player of the Month, and it's probably going to be Sané. He's leading right now, like as the favourite, and of course, then you want to be looking at investments for that. And Fernandinho's normal card, I think, is a goldmine right now. So he's still quite expensive. You know, he's still quite expensive. I just checked him; he's 4.5k, so he's not cheap right now, but I think there's a good chance there's a lot of profit to be made in him. So if you're looking for a normal card to go in for this week, obviously we had Frank Fabra, which made us a lot of money. Then we had Ricardo Pereira, which made a lot of money. And this week, the normal card I'm suggesting, if you want to stick on that method, is going for Fernandinho. I expect him to rise. He's a bit more of a risk. If the Sané drops, though, you can make a hell of a lot of coins on him. And that's the one I'm going for that method, because this Fernandinho in form as well as the Sané will hopefully rinse his normal card off the market and he'll be shooting up in price. As for informs, I think it's a brilliant time to pick up informs. All the informs I've been picking up recently I've been shooting up, and I've managed to sell loads of them on for good profit. So with this Team of the Week, I'm going to be looking to go heavy into informs this week. I'm going to be looking to go for, I'm going to try and get my hands on an 83 and 82 and buy as much as possible, because with hopefully this week the Icon SBC coming and the Player of the Month coming from the Premier League, hopefully both will require at least one Team of the Week card. Obviously the Icons will require plenty of Team of the Week cards. I'm not worried about that, but I'm hoping the Player of the Month will require at least one. I'm sure it will, hopefully more. Then buying these inform cards could become really good again for us. So let's look at the inform cards I think are going to be decent this season. This Team of the Week to pick up for this investment. I'm going to start off with Mandanda. He's an 84 rated, the highest one I think that may be good. His stats are actually solid on his card, so I'm not sure what the price he'll be going for. He's not really a very popular keeper in the game, which will hopefully drive his price down. And for him, I think if he comes anywhere near 14k, I think that would be a really good price to pick him up for. 14 to 16, even 16 is not bad. But if he comes down to 14k, I would be putting my money into it. I'm going to go straight over to Griffo now, who's on the end here. And I think he's a good one. Yeah, I'm not sure if how cheap he's going to be. He does have decent stats, but of course he's a left mid, and left mids need blistering pace on this game to be very expensive. So I think he's got a good chance of coming really low. He's a very good league, of course. Is it Bundesliga, I believe, and he's Italian. So I think that's a really good player if he comes to a good price to be putting your money in. I'll be looking to get him for 13k or under. I'd like to get him under 12. I like to get my 82s 12k or under really. But I would go to 13k depending on how the market's looking. Next up, I'm going to go to Pablo Sarabia. He's 83 rated, he's on the next line here. I would be looking for around the 16 or less mark for him as well. I'd love to pick him up at around 14 really, but 16 or less would be okay. I think there's a bit of money to be made in there, good league, good nation, but he's not really one of my favourites for this week. Okay, next up we have Torreira, which is the centre mid, and I think this might be one of the guys I go for. The reason I'm thinking of going for him is because if he's the only one that really comes low in price, then yes, I will be considering him and hopefully picking him up. I don't know how low he's going to come. His stats are actually decent. If he comes down to around the 11 to 12k mark, maybe 12.5, 12,750 maximum probably, I would consider trying to bin snipe him and pick him up for 12 or under, depending on the other prices we have in this Team of the Week. But he's probably my last resort option considering he's 81. But he's definitely an option. We go to Farfan, who's a Russian league striker. Again, I fancy him to be cheap, and if he does come cheap, he's another one I will definitely consider, because I just want to get my money in informs right now. I think informs is a place to be. I do think they're gonna be rising very soon, and I want to get my money in them now. So this Team of the Week, I'm going to be pushing to get my money in informs, and Farfan, it would be one I would consider if he becomes cheap enough. Okay, I'm just going to come back to my favourite player of all, and the one I'm really going to be trying to push to get on this Team of the Week at a good price, and that's Rafael Toloi. He's next to Mandanda there, and he's an 82 rated Calcio A Brazilian centre back. Now I've already made a lot of money on Hilton, which was the 82 rated Liga 1 Brazilian centre back, and he was extremely slow, Hilton, and this guy's extremely slow, and I fancy this guy to be a good choice. So I'm thinking he's my #1 pick for this one if he becomes cheap enough. Again, I'm going to be looking at 13k or under for this lad. That's the price that I'm going to be looking to invest, and I'm going to go heavy and hope that the player of the month and the icon SBCs drop and really affect the prices of these players. Another thing I want to mention is we have 100 slots on our trade pile. So obviously, if you were going extremely heavy, you could spend 1.5 mil to 2 mil on these players if you wanted to put them 1.2 mil at 12k each to fill up your trade pile. But I'm not going to be filling up my trade pile with these players. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up my watch list. I'm going to bid on players, let it run out, and you have 50 slots you can use on your watch list that way. As long as you don't take those players and start to sort them, they stay on your watch list and they're there for you to pick up and use whenever, so you have a freedom to use your transfer list. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to pick up loads of these informs on bid on my watch list, and hopefully then I'll be able to make a really tidy profit on them when it comes time to sell. So guys, that's it for this episode of Team of the Week Breakdown. As you can see, there's some good buys in there this week. You got your Fernandinho normal card, which I would get on fast if you're thinking of going down that, because he's not going to stay cheap for long. I bet by the time this video is out, he's probably going to have 500 to 1,000 coins, and it won't be long before he's going to have more than that again. I'm personally going for that Brazilian centre back. There's a few others in here option in case he's too expensive, but right now my advice to you, if you want to take it of course, is let's get our money in informs and let's make some coins, because I think now is a really good time to invest. So guys, if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching as always, and take it easy.